Maybe it's because I suffer from the ugly past of bullying because of my looks. Have you got bullied in the past? I know what it feels like to get bullied. Especially in schools. Holy shit, that shit hurts, you know? I also gave up even though I am 22. Life taught me an important lesson, and the lesson is that everybody is going to love you, adore you, when you don't show your flaws. I'm glad that you are learning from life. You were called ugly fat? When I saw your face in the profile picture, I mean, granted I only saw it once, you don't even look chubby. Why would you get called fat, you know? Crazy people. I bet it happened in the school, right? Like, holy shit, going to school for many of these children, it literally sucks. You're a little bit more shy, if you're a little bit more introverted than most people, if you struggle to make new friends, holy shit, it's so easy to get bullied. When I started my first school, yeah, I was 6 when I started going to the school, because, you know, my birthday's on September 14th. And these kids in my class, they already knew each other from the past. And I was this child who didn't know anybody in my class. You know how you get your parents' genetics? And my dad, he's a good guy, very good guy. But he's very, very shy, you know? He's a very shy guy, he had, like, his past. Anyway, I got some of his genetics in that, you know? And I was a very shy, introverted guy. I was literally scared to talk to people and make friends, you know? So, because I struggled to make friends and I was a bit chubbier than most people, my classmates, they started bullying me. And I was like 6, 7 years old. By the time I got to like 8 years old, holy shit. Almost every classmate, you know, would be like, ew, 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 I don't want you. I don't want to sit next to you. I don't want to see you. Because you're fat. And you're awkward. And you're shy. You know, it's just crazy. These kids, they find absolutely stupid reasons to bully people. So I lived with that for 8 years. Can you imagine that? 8 years of having 0 friends. Obviously, I was skipping school. I was skipping school, like, my mom and my dad, they would be like, go to school. I would be like, no, I'm not going to school. No, I'm skipping today. No. 8 years, absolutely no friends. Just being shy, awkward, you know. I don't like the school system these days because the school system is like, hey, you have your superior, which is your teacher. You have to sit there in silence. You cannot discuss your plans with your friends. You know, it kind of makes boys feminine, you know? And I believe that man, we are supposed to be masculine, right? Female, they are supposed to be feminine, right? That's why I'm attracted to women. That's why women are attracted to men, you know? And today's school system kind of forbids men from saying what they want to say. Kind of, you know? I was also called a whore maybe 7 times. You remember when I told you that people in my class, they were like bullying me for like 8 years, you know? And I remember the day when people in my class were like, we were changing in the, you know, we have the physical education, you know, the lesson. So we were changing in the locker room. And one of the guys was like, oh, Carolus, why do you look so fat? And I had a belly, you know, I had a belly. Okay, I was a child, you know. And that kind of hit me because it would be like almost every single session when we are changing. Oh, Carolus, when will you start losing weight? You're so fat. And you know, I have no friends, right? So the thing is that I decided, okay, maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. You know, being this little feminine guy, I was like, maybe he's right. Maybe I really need to lose fat. But you know, I was not aware of like possibility of going to the gyms or things like that. Oh, fuck no. I was just too shy for that, you know? I was just too shy to do that. So I just started eating less or not eating anything at all. So I started losing weight very, very fucking fast. Like my diet would consist of like a pack of cookies and water. I really, really loved cookies. Like, holy shit, I loved cookies. So I would just drink water and eat fucking cookies, okay? And that's it. Like, literally. That was my diet, okay? And I lost so much weight, I turned like anorexic, you know, it is an eating disorder, right? So it was pretty bad, but I still saw myself as fat, you know, when you have the disorder, you still see yourself as fat. That is a big problem. Yeah. So actually, guys, just to show you how problematic that was, here, you can see this was me. This was me. That's right, that was me. So you can see it's pretty bad, right? It got like to, yeah, to 43 kilos. And keep in mind, I'm 175, 76, something like that, centimeters, tall guy. So you can imagine that. So that's what bullying really does to a person. And I don't like the school systems today. And yeah, I really support people who are getting bullied, like I really do. I was called a whore when I was a virgin. They just say anything to hurt you. Exactly, exactly. Some people are just like that. They just need somebody to make fun of, you know? It's the world, you know? But you have to accept that life is hard. But if you put your life into places, if you really start taking care of yourself, life can be rewarding, you know? Like, I'm very proud of myself where I am today. Compared to where I was before, I was able to get a grip of myself and kind of masculinize myself, you know? And yeah, I'm proud of myself. But there are so many people who like just take their lives away, you know? Their own lives. And so many people that struggle with depression. And how does it even start? It starts very easily. Just somebody says, hey, you're fat. Hey, you're a whore. Hey, you look like a slut. Hey, you're skinny as fuck. Hey, you're ugly. Something like that. They can say anything. They can say fucking anything. Like, I'm telling you, if you are a shy introvert and if you're a child in a class where you are shy to make friends, they will make fun of that, you know? They will make fun. They will be like, ha 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 ha, you are shy, you know? It's just fucking stupid, you know? I think you did a pretty good job so far. Thank you, I really appreciate that. Oh yes, darling, I can, because that was my life in middle school, and as soon as I lost weight, I was suddenly hot, whatever the fuck that means anymore. I'm glad you didn't get an eating disorder, because when people call you fat and you start losing weight, you know, no matter how skeletal you are, from my experience, you still see yourself as a fat person. You know, I was weighing fucking 45 kilos, okay? 45 kilograms, that's less than a skinny girl in my country, okay? And I go to the mirror and I see, oh my god, I still need to lose some fat on my belly. Like, can you explain that? It's just fucking psychological bullshit. Funny enough, when I started working out, now I look at the mirror and I see my arms being very skinny. I'm like, holy shit, I need more muscle. But I think it's good. I think it's good because you know, there's always motivation. I'm like, okay, I need more muscle. I'm gonna work hard on myself, you know? So it's a good thing when you see that, you know? My favorite singer said, when I get older, I would be fine. That's what I said to ease my mind. When I get older, I will be brave. Very smart. I'm fucking proud of that. Holy shit, Laura, that is very smart. You'd have to act now, because you will be like, oh, I will do it when I'm older. Oh, I will do it when I'm older, okay? I will make children in 10 years. Oh, I will start the gym in 5 years. I will start investing money in 10 years. Guess what? 10 years pass, and you're still saying to yourself, oh, I will do it in the future. Oh, I will do it in the future. No, you will not do that in the future because you've been lazy enough not to start it, you know? You have to have discipline, especially men, like today's men, being a masculine man in today's world, it's actually a challenge, you know? I could actually have an entire discussion about it. Bullying is not dealt with properly in the school system. One time I got kicked in the nose at school, blood leaking from my face, and the teacher just told me to go wash it off and did nothing. Yeah, I remember I was watching news on TV. Some child attacked another child, punched in the face, and the child started bleeding. And the mom of the child who was bleeding, right, was like, "Oh, it's just boys playing with each other. Yeah, it's just normal not to like each other and punch each other in the face until blood, because it's just boys, you know, they're fighters, whatever." It's not normal. It is not normal to punch each other in the face. I don't care if you're 7 or 27, come on. Except if you're like doing boxing, if you're fucking training for something, you know, then sure, punch each other in the face, but like, you know, it's literally bullying. And that's why you don't need people. People can say about money whatever the fuck they want, but money will never say these things to you. I believe that making a lot of money can make your life easier, you know? You need to know where to put the money, you know? That's why the school shootings are so bad here there. I agree, in America it's bad. You know, it all starts with the parents being fucking dumb morons, you know? I honestly believe that if one of the parents is missing from the child's life, that child is much more likely to have a fucked up mindset, you know? Especially like single moms that are raising boys. When the father's figure is non-existent, that boy will struggle when it comes to being a man, you know? Especially when the boy grows up, you know? Because a woman can only teach a boy so much, you know? There we go. I understand children who legitimately don't want to go to school. They're like, they don't want to go to school. Not because it's hard, not because they are too lazy to wake up. It happens, sometimes that happens, you know? But there are children who are literally, they know that when they go to school, they have no friends. They have a bunch of bullies that will make fun of the way they look. And these children, they're just too shy to tell their parents about it. Or, God forbid, their parents, they will do nothing about it even though they know that the situation is bad. But there are some, let's say, alcoholic parents drinking fucking vodka and beer every night, and they know that their child is getting bullied and beat up. They just don't give a fuck, you know? And then the children, they end up growing up and looking not better than their parents, you know? That's me, single mom raising boy, but I think we will be okay. Well, I know that you're a really good woman. I still believe that a boy needs a father's figure to, you know, to learn how to break through in this life and be more masculine. And I respect single moms that really put time and effort into, like, you know, raising their child the best as they can do, you know. I honestly believe that both parents have their roles. I would kick a kid's ass if they mess with my kid. That's the mindset I like. You put yourself into the situation where you're a parent, right? Nobody forces you to be a mom, okay? Or nobody forces you to be a dad. If you can't raise a child and stand up for the child even when it comes to like giving your fucking life away for that child, like at worst, like, which doesn't really, we don't have these situations thankfully most of the time, but if you cannot do that, if you're not willing to do that in the first place, just don't be a parent, you know? Life sometimes is complicated enough to be, like, you know, a single person. Sometimes you don't even need a partner to have enough problems on your own. But I say life is hard but rewarding.